We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Seattle. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They start the drive with White. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They stay on the ground with White. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They're just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Play action now. Here's Mayfield rolling to his right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Bulldozes past him. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll go up the middle with White. Tackled on the play by Kyer Elam.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now Mayfield. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. 1st drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Huntley. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Huntley. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Hands it off out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Huntley on third down. That is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith-Njigba. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Phillips has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded at about the 28. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Seahawks at 12-3 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers.
He's got a man, complete. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jahan Jackson, 40 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down. They run straight ahead here with White. Reek Woolen in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On second down, here's Huntley. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Mayfield now. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Trey Palmer from 13 yards out. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Butker now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster.
It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Huntley to throw.
And he will find his man on the outside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. On 1st and 10, Huntley.
Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Huntley, his throw incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, Huntley.
Flushed out right.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dawson Knox halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Dancing to his left.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion right is Evans. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A final shot before break. Huntley steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Huntley working from the gun.
Finding Knox there, complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Huntley looks to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
Looking to throw here, Huntley.
Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's good. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
2nd and 10.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
To throw, Huntley.
Flushed out right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here's Huntley.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Huntley trying to throw for it.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Mayfield.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
A good return there, 17 yards. And
you letting that boy you
over.
with just crossers grow you out of line, he asks.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 10, here's Huntley.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Huntley looks to throw.
Flush to his right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here's Huntley. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Second down throw from Huntley. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Seahawks on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. Huntley. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing. Mayfield. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now
once again, they'll line up to go for two. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's into the clear again, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley.
Forced out to his left.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Now Huntley.
Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 25, check 25, check 25. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
4th down, Huntley.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Jahan Dotson,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Seahawks are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
And once again, we see the Seahawks line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing, the interception. If he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?